Welcome to the Team Engagement Podcast, where leaders of teams share their insights. We discuss 5 questions in about 10 minutes because leaders know how to be concise. I am very grateful to have David Crocker with us on the show today. And David is a training specialist with Talus Pay out of Dallas, Texas. David, thank you so much for being on the show today. What would you like the audience to know about Talus Pay?
Well, I appreciate you having me on for sure. Talus Pay, we are a credit card processing company, and that is an absolutely boring topic. But the great thing about that is anytime you use a credit card, we're the kind of company that sets up businesses to be able to take credit cards. But we kind of work more with these smaller and mid-sized businesses and create a relationship. A lot of people can create the sale. We create the relationship after the sale. That's far more important.
That's awesome. I like that approach. Credit card processing, and we don't want to get off topic here, but credit card processing is an interesting industry because about 20, 25, 30 years ago, it was a very, very different industry, and online has completely changed it. So that's awesome that you guys are taking such good care of people. So, well, let's jump into our questions here. Our first question, share with the audience a time or an experience, collaboration within a team that you've had.
So, we have our sales team, they're called solution consultants. And so many of our solution consultants with Talus, they attend a daily training call that I host on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays in the mornings and the afternoons. We try to put topics out there that are determined ahead of time, but more often than not, we go directly into the exact needs that these folks bring up in real time in that moment, which is great. So that gives them that real time feedback and help. So for them, like most recently, I'll talk about this one rep that came in. She's kind of new with the company, maybe since June, July of this year. And she was struggling. She had never been in the industry before, but we spent some one-on-one time. We kind of collaborated back and forth, talked through her strategies and what to do. Now she's leading the pack and extremely confident. And she's still attending those calls, telling people, hey, this is great. Here's what I did. So that collaborative effort right there, where we get people in real time to help each other, is really a big deal. And for me, it's always about team. It's never about me, because as a sales trainer, I know I'm on the wrong side of a P&L. So I do my best to build the most value for my company and for my team to help them out.
I really like that approach, and that real-time solution solving. That's such a valuable asset when you're collaborating with a team. That's a great answer.
Thank you.
Question number 2, I hear from some leaders that it can be a challenge to measure engagement within their team. Tell us your thoughts.
Oh gosh, engagement's one of those deals of how do I get people involved? Well, I'll tell you, for me, right, many, many years ago, not exposing my age, right, but somebody much smarter than me taught me a process that takes 5 minutes a day, and it's called the daily review. So I kind of took it to heart, and I put the copyright on it, meaning I copied it right away because I saw it work. I put it to work in my work life and in my personal life. And I'm gonna tell you, I've been doing it for about 20 years now, teaching that. And here's that 5-minute process. You basically take, at the end of the day, carve 5 minutes out, grab a clean sheet of paper, draw a line right down the middle of it. On one column, write down the things you did well today. And on the other column, write down your opportunities. And I like to keep them positive, not things I did well, things I did wrong, but always facing towards growth. And then share that with an accountability partner, whether it's a manager or a spouse or a friend, but somebody that'll challenge you and somebody that you trust to help you. And the great thing is it gives you something to talk about the next morning with your manager, and it gives you ways to get more proactive with your goals. And I'm gonna tell you, everybody that does it, and I've been doing it for 20 years, if you take it seriously, it'll change your life.
That is a great approach. What a great idea to take just 5 minutes and keep it positive and forward thinking and growth minded. I love those concepts. And you mentioned something really important as well, which is the accountability partner part. So great ideas. Thank you for sharing those. Question number 3, based on your experience, David, what is one quality of a confident leader that you feel is important?
Being selfless, right? To me, a great leader has to be selfless. It's about those people on their team, not about them. So it's we, not me. And their success is your success, right? I can't get there without them. So I've got to take care of them. I've got to make sure that I focus on them. And all the good leaders that I've worked for and worked with have exhibited that trait. So I copy that. And I found that that's the one key characteristic that really takes you from good to great.
Really like that, because you talked not only about kind of what you've learned from your leaders in the past that have employed this method, but also what you can do to pass that along, you might say, in your role as a leader. So that's great comments. Appreciate that. Question number 5, or question number 4, I should say, is there someone that you'd like to recognize that has made an impact in your life?
You know, there's a lot of people I could talk about, but I'm going to get personal. My dad. You know, I'm in my 50s right now, and I'm going to tell you right now, my dad was an incredibly selfless person. He owned his own business, and he was the kind of guy that just took care of other people. And I've kind of modeled myself after that. To tell you a quick story about it, shortly before he passed away, he was picking up this hitchhiker and trying to help the guy because he saw the guy was down on his luck. And it was November. I grew up in Rhode Island. It was cold. Guy was on the side of the road. My dad picked him up, brought him in his car, took him to our house, took the shoes off of his feet, and gave him to that guy and said, "What do you need?" And the guy said, "I need to get home. I lost my job." He kind of told the story. So my dad said, "All right, here you go." Gave him some money, put him on a plane, sent him back to where he needed to go. And not that much longer after that, my dad actually passed away suddenly. He was only 43.
Oh, wow.
That guy showed up at his funeral. And if you want to cement a lesson for a kid, I was 14 when he passed away. If you want to cement a lesson on how to take care of people and be selfless and just making a difference in people's life, that was it.
Wow, what a powerful story. And what a reminder to all of us about the importance of looking beyond the outward appearance and digging down a little bit deeper to hear someone and listen to their story and then actually take action to help them. That's a great story. Thank you for sharing that. I know it's been quite a while at this point, but my condolences on the passing of your father at such a young age for you and for him, for that matter. But he certainly, as the question indicates, made an impact on you and has helped shape who you are today. That's a great story.
Thank you.
Well, our last question, tell us a little bit about your first job.
Oh man. So I was that kid that did the shopping carts, right? And I was the kid that bagged your groceries at 16 years old. A little company called Star Market. I don't even think they're around anymore. I'm not even sure. But that was me. That's what I did. And I really enjoyed that. For me, being able to, go get the shopping carts. Yeah, that's, a normal job. But we had a great manager, and his name was Mr. Verducci, Dominic Verducci. And he taught us take care of the customer, make the customer happy. They're just coming through buying groceries. But if you can make them happy, they'll come back. And that just kind of stuck with me. And that's really kind of got me on my path of being a servant to people and helping them out and, just improving their quality of life in their day.
Oh, that's a great, I think that's the first time I've had a guest share that particular kind of a job. So congratulations on being the first one to share that story. But
Yeah,
that's awesome. David, thank you so much for being on the podcast today. How can people find you?
Oh gosh. Well, LinkedIn is usually the best way to find me, David Crocker. So you can search me and you can see my picture. And obviously through Talus Pay as well. So you can find me there.
Very good. This is Sean Richards with the Team Engagement Podcast, where leaders of teams share their insights. For more ideas, go to teamengagementpodcast.com. We also invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel or to the podcast itself on the audio version. Thanks so much for joining us today and have a great day.